10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back to 49 Faithfully. We're your hosts, Miriah Lee and Teran Lewis. TL, what's up, my guy? Happy Wednesday. How you doing?
Happy Wednesday to everybody. It's almost game time.
Almost. Um, a lot of we're going to get into the games that happened this past weekend, about the 49ers path getting, I think, a little bit easier because some teams that I thought were going to be, we were still going to beat, but might be a little bit harder to get to the Super Bowl. They're now gone. So, we'll talk about that. Um, and yeah, we'll get ready for obviously the Green Bay Packers. But before we do get started in any of that, what's up, chat? I see you guys. I do want to start with sending condolences out. Uh, 49er faithful, a friend of the show, somebody that frequents, many 49ers podcast chats. Laura Cat was the name that she went by on Twitter, X, YouTube, etc. Passed away after the show last night. After we got off, I had got notified that she passed away, and she ended up passing away on the 2nd of January at 46 years old. So, I mean, super young still. Like, it's so crazy. And the crazy thing is that I had just sent her a message on Twitter the day before. So last night I found out. The day before that, I sent her a message on Twitter telling her that I was sending her giveaways out. And I was thinking, like, because obviously she didn't respond back to my message. And I was thinking, like, like, that's so odd, like normally she responds right away. Like, obviously, people can be busy, but like it had been like a whole day, and I'm like, like, that's strange. And then during yesterday's show, like, I was thinking, okay, like, she's always like 99% of the time in our Tuesday shows chat, regardless whose channel it's on, she's there. And obviously she wasn't there last night, so I started thinking, I'm like, man, I haven't seen her in a couple of weeks, but she had messaged me on Christmas, telling me Merry Christmas, that she hoped the family was doing well, sent me her address and whatnot. And then to think, now that I'm finding out, like, she was dead, passed away a few days later after that, after the last time I talked to her. And man, it's just like, I was so shocked when I found out last night. Like, so sad. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm still shocked. Like, like, you just don't think, somebody young, somebody that's, always around, so, always showing love, always showing support, like, and now, like, it's crazy. Like, so, sending condolences, sending prayers out to her family, to everybody that, knew her, that it's affected by that. And yeah, I did want to start off because, like I said, I did message her that her, I put this on there, so, I'm not giving away her address. That her giveaway was ready to go out. So it's all packaged up, ready to go out. I don't remember what's in here, but I'm just going to do a giveaway real quick. We'll give it away to somebody. I know that she would want it, obviously, to go to somebody for you guys to enjoy it. So in memory of her, we'll start off the show with a giveaway. So go ahead and enter your numbers real quick, 1 through 100. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get that given away. And then obviously we have giveaways lined up. We'll continue to do it how we do it halfway through the show and to end the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, I didn't get the privilege to talk to Laura, or Laura Cat. That's how she went off of on Twitter. So, I don't really know her real name or anything, but yeah, it's just it's sad. It's just, I was telling Mariah before we started the show, like there's just been so many people I've just been seeing passing away, and not like, it's not like people have lived like a full life, and I'm not God, so I'm not gonna sit here and say, tell you what a full life is, but usually you see people passing away in the 70s, 80s, like, oh man, they lived a pretty good life.
Hmm.
I've been seeing so many people, passing away over the last month that are under 50. And it's been like dying, passing away in their sleep, and just cardiac arrest, just all this stuff. So it just shows you, man, that as much as we love our sports, love on your loved ones more, love your family. Sports are just entertainment. So to sit up in here and be, doing all this name calling, and it's like you don't know what people are going through. You don't know the life. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say some people don't don't deserve it, because they do. Excuse me. Some people deserve to get called out. But what I'm saying is, when people don't, agree with your opinion or whatever, just be like, okay, you know what, with all due respect, I don't agree with you, but hey, your opinion's your opinion. But to sit here and just be trash talking people and name calling them idiots and a-holes and all this other stuff, when you really don't even know what the situation is, and it's mind-blowing sometimes. So just like I said, sports is entertainment. I love my 49ers, but I love my friends and family much
Hmm.
more. So I'm going to put my time and energy on that. And like I said, it's just unfortunate that I'm just seeing so many young folks passing away. And so it's like, it's always a reminder to, like, do your best to take care of your health, and health is wealth, you know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, in honor of Laura, we're gonna go ahead and give out these cards, because like Mariah said, she'd want somebody else to have them. She was a true faithful, and I'm sure since she's not been able to have them, she would love for them to go out to somebody else. So
Yep. So last call, get your numbers in 1 through 100, no duplicates. David, I'll come through and say hi to everybody in a minute, but real quick, David says that Laura Cat will be missed, that he met her at the 49ers versus Giants game. She was a
mm,
great lady.
cool.
So yeah, appreciate everybody sending their condolences.
Yeah.
The numbers are we're starting off, it's just for a mystery envelope, we're going to call it, because it's the cards that Laura had won. So all of them, whatever's in the envelope, will go to somebody else. So that's what this first set of numbers is for. Yes, Laura Cat. She passed away on the January 2nd.
Oh man.
All right, so last call. Let's draw those. Good luck, everybody. 20.
Okay, let me check this out. Looks like the winner is. Here, let me go back up again.
Bebop.
Bebop with 22. Yep.
Bebop Baroni. Congrats, Bebop. I'll write your name on the back of this, and then I'll get it repackaged up for you. All right. Congrats. I guess we'll start off with something else that was pretty fucking crazy too. If you have been on social media at all, I'm sure that you have already seen it, but I'm going to play this video from a Packers podcast, I guess, and what they had to say about, about their idea on how the Packers should help themselves win, I guess. So let me get this pulled up real quick and I'll play it for you guys and then we'll go ahead and talk about it. Let me remember what the hell I'm doing here.
Italian Niner. I'm in Henderson as well. That's cool, brother.
All right. When it starts, let me just verify that you can hear it.
Okay.
If I go back and it's little things.
I can hear it.
No?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So everybody take a listen to this.
But Gabe, I go back and it's little things like that. And the reason we won in 95 when no one gave us a chance in San Francisco is because we intimidated them. I mean, and I always revert to Wayne Simmons. Wayne Simmons kicked the crap out of Brent Jones. And then it got contagious and then it carried over. That's why you guys are going to think I'm crazy.
Well, we already think that, so go ahead.
A 15-yard penalty, and I don't condone this, but I kind of do in the playoffs. A 15-yard penalty for a late hit on Brock Purdy is not a bad thing as long as it's worth it. I'm just saying, this is the mindset you go into when it's battle, and it's kind of like the reverse of hockey. What don't they do in hockey in the playoffs, Scott?
Shave their beards?
That and one other thing.
They don't fight.
They don't fight.
Correct.
They don't fight, right? This is kind of like sometimes a 15-yard penalty is worth it early in the game if you knock the living crap out of the guy. And then he kind of like sticking your helmet in the ribs of Nick Bosa is like,
but that
I'm hearing ghosts.
This dude.
So immediately the first thing when I heard that took me back to the last playoffs when the Cowboys podcasters were talking shit and saying how somebody should take CMC out of the game. And it was unfortunate, but if you guys remember back to start the game, the Cowboys are the ones that lost their running back.
Yep.
You know, I'm a big believer in karma. Karma is a bitch. She always comes back. But not even just that, you know, like to wish injury on anybody is disgusting. Like, I don't care if it's our biggest rivals, if it's a Seahawks player, if it's a Cowboys player, like I'm always feeling bad if a player, no matter who they play for, got hurt. You know, like that's the worst part of sports is the injuries. But to go and, you know, from what people were saying, like, I don't know who those Packers people are, but they were saying that like that's one of the biggest Packers content creator podcasts, whatever. So for you guys to have a big platform and to go on there and say you're not condoning it, but you are, and that a 15-yard penalty is worth it if you make it worth it, and saying that they should get a late hit on Brock Purdy is fucking disgusting. Like, terrible. Like, I could not believe what I was listening to. And then he just goes on and on and on for a freaking minute and a half, like doubling down and tripling down and quadrupling down. It's like, you got to be fucking kidding me. you know, and I'm really glad like that, you know, you wanted the attention. Well, you got it, buddy, because that thing has so many quote tweets on it. And that's just on Twitter. I'm sure it's on all other social media platforms as well. But now even like Richard Sherman's sharing it, talking shit, you know, so even like now bigger players, bigger people, bigger platforms are speaking out on it. And so they wanted the attention, they're getting it.
Yeah. You know what? We live in a society where people chase clout, and clout is a hell of a drug that they say, and negative attention is better than any attention. So the fact that this dude's out here making these comments and stuff, like, you know, you saw that thing with Tyler Higbee. I can't stand the Rams, but I'm not sitting here like, oh yeah, he tore his ACL, and you know what I mean? Like, I hate to see it. And then did you see the jerk who posted that video of Tyler Higbee tearing his ACL and saying, "I hope this is Debo on Saturday"?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so it's another one. He's sitting here wishing the injury on the Niners, talking about wishes Debo hurts his ACL. So I don't care how much you can't stand a team. You know, if you truly love sports, you shouldn't be wishing the injury on anybody. I don't care if you hate the team or not. So it's just crazy. But like you said, karma is a you know what, and the fact that it's crazy that you sit here, you know, they sat there like just a year ago talking about, oh, I hope Christian McCaffrey tears the ACL or tears the hamstring or whatever the case may be, and the exact same position got hurt on your team is wild. So be
Mm-hmm.
careful. Now, if something goes out there and happens to Jordan Love, it's on you because you're the one sitting here wishing injuries on somebody else's quarterback. So yeah, it's truly disgusting how some people sit there and they think like it's okay. And then like you said, he kept there and kept talking about on and on, like trying to justify himself
Yeah.
of why he said it. Oh well, I'm just saying, you know, if it gets a 15-yard penalty, you know, it might be worth it. Like, dude, shut up, just be quiet and just enjoy the game. You know what I mean? Just sit there and wish the best. You know, like you hope for the best for your team. Cool. You want to sit here and say, I hope we get physical with them. That's cool. Hope we get physical and beat them at their own game. That's cool. But to sit there and say, oh, I wish their starting quarterback gets hurt or whatever the case may be, just a year after he got hurt with a major injury,
Mm-hmm.
is even worse. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I'm okay with a little bit of trash talk, and that's cool. You know what I mean? That's just
Yeah.
how it is in sports. People go
Yeah.
on trash talk, but to sit there and go overboard with it is nasty work. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like, I have confidence that my squad's going to go out there and beat your ass fairly. Like, I don't need them to go out there and get late hits
Aaron
on your
Jones hurt, or
quarterback and
yeah,
try to get your players hurt. Like, no. Like, our team's going to go out there and just beat the shit out of you. Like, simple as that, you know? So, like, I don't understand it.
yeah.
Chat, what's up, chat? Hope everybody's doing wonderful today. Let me say hi to you guys. Melissa, what's good? JDLR, what up, what up? Bebop Baroni, Carcast, what's up? Meg, good to see you. Don's in the house, what's up, what's up? We got Red Jet, what up? Let me get through here real quick because I know some more people came in. We got McNiner, what up, what up? Jason, what's good? Italian Niner, good to see you. Got BC in the house. What's up? David B. I think you're one of, let me see. No, it wasn't. Was it you? There's some addresses I need, so no, wasn't. What's up, John? I saw somebody in here whose address I need, so let me see when I come across it. I'm doing giveaways. I've already packaged up like 100 of them so far. I maybe got like 10 people left to do. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Bashar, what's up? This is why I don't wait to the end of a freaking show to say hi to everybody, because now I'm so freaking behind.
It was all for good reason.
What's up, VZ? Miss Debbie, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Jerry, I need your address. DM me, please, if you're still here. Let me get through. Almost done. Almost caught up. All right. We made it. What's up? What's up? Hope everybody's doing great. Ty, what's good? Everybody that's not in chat, hope you guys are all doing wonderful. Everybody that watches back on replay, we appreciate you guys as well. Let's talk a little bit about these football games from this past weekend. It was a fabulous weekend of football, especially when you just get to sit back, enjoy. Your team's not playing. They're so good that they're on a bye. And while you're sitting back enjoying, that, you get to watch the biggest scumbags of the NFL go home in the first round of the playoffs. Let's start with the Cowboys game because, the Cowboys, number 2 seed, playing at home, and they let the Packers go in there. And as I put it on our show last night, treat them like hoes in their own house. And it was disgusting. The fact that our head coach gets up on the podium yesterday and says they started planning to play the Packers in the second quarter of that football game is disgusting. Mm-hmm. They already knew at that point, okay, Dallas isn't winning this game, so let's start preparing for Green Bay. In your house, Jerry's World, the second freaking seed, the team that all season long they told us was going to kick everybody's ass through the regular season, Super Bowl sweethearts, always so hyped up. Mm-hmm. And the 49ers didn't even get to send them home this time. They can't even make it to us. They get sent home in the first round. Like, disgusting. What are your thoughts on how that game went?
Yeah, that was pretty comical. Up 27-0 on the road, against Dallas in the second quarter. That's crazy. 27-0. Like, it was just, I'm gonna give shout out to the Packers. Them fools came to play. Mm-hmm. Like, they were just on Dak Prescott's helmet, man. They could it was just crazy. Like, and then I love too. I know it's not gonna happen with Debo, but because he's just on a different level of physicality. But I saw Zaire Alexander just manhandle CeeDee Lamb. He was just pushing him all over the field, getting physical with him. And that's a team like Dallas. Like, Dallas isn't known for being physical. They're finesse. Mm-hmm. So when they play a team that gets more physical, then they lose, as they show when they play us. Like, we can sit here and talk about how, oh yeah, they were, the records were pretty similar to this and that. But the fact of the matter is they're just a soft team. So, yeah, the fact that Green Bay went in there and just manhandled them was absolutely comical. Like, I love to see it. Like, it's just one thing I've always said. I want to beat Dallas Cowboys to that 6th Super Bowl. It would make me sick for them to get number 6 before us. And this year it's not going to happen. We still don't know our fate, but we know that Dallas ain't getting it. So that's always a good thing. It made me sick when we got passed up by Pittsburgh and by New England. I'm like, I don't want nobody else passing us up. Like, I'm tired of this. So yeah, the fact that we're still in it is all good. I got to give Jordan Love his credit. People were writing him off, saying he was a bust and all this other stuff, but he got an opportunity and he made the best of it. Aaron Jones is a Cowboy killer. I think they said something like he has 7 touchdowns in his last 2 games in the playoffs against Dallas, which is crazy. It's funny too, because I think he went to UTEP, if I'm correctly, which is in Texas. When he goes home, he shows out. He shows out. So yeah, I just no words for it, but I know we're gonna go to the other games. But this game is not even the most surprising one to me. But yeah, I'm surprised. And to everybody wants to blame Dak, and yeah, he had a bad game. But at the same time, the game was like 20-0 or something like that before that pick 6 even happened. So like you got to blame that defense too. Like, they lost on all cylinders of that team. So yeah.
What's up, Chrissy? Good to see you. Hey, Tony. Hope you're doing well. Let's go to the Rams and the Lions. Stafford going home, got booed, coming out, which was great.
You hear his wife.
she's always freaking bitching and
They
crying.
booed my kids. No, they were booing you, ma'am. Sorry.
They booed your whole damn family. Okay.
Exactly. Don't. Yeah.
I'm glad, man. The Rams fans were going into that game talking about already that they were going to beat the 49ers in the NFC Championship. You know, so it's like I don't understand. Like, you guys barely freaking made it scraped into the fucking playoffs, and then you're gonna act like you're just gonna sweep through, like, you know, like you're somebody. Like, come on. Like, you know, obviously Puka had a huge game,
Man,
had a huge
that
rookie
dude is
season.
nice.
Hats off to him. I hate that he's on the Rams. I'm going to continue to say it every time I talk about him because it just disgusts me that he's on their team. But I mean, they couldn't get their run game going. You know, like, I don't know. Like, I'm happy for Jared Goff because, like, the Rams, you know, traded him away like he was, you know, dirt. He couldn't get the job done. We're going to trade you. We're going to give away first round picks on top of it. You know, all this shit that they gave Detroit, and Detroit turned it into all these fucking players. There's like, they showed like a list of everything compared to, you know, that Detroit got compared to, obviously the Rams got Stafford in a Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Detroit, I mean, they're looking good, you know, like
They are.
Campbell's turned that fucking team around in 3 years. And even if they lose, you know, this coming up week, they finally won a playoff game for the first time in
Like 30
how many
years, I
ever,
think they
yeah, like a
said. Yeah.
crazy amount of time. Like, you know, hats off to them. But you know, I'm so glad that they sent the Rams home because that's another scumbag team that didn't deserve to be there. And I would say Sean McVay, and I don't know if it's just because obviously like he's in our division, but out of the Shanahan guys, like he's the one I can't stand the most. Like, I don't like, I hate looking at him on the sideline.
Huh.
Like when he's up, you know, and he's out, like just runs out onto the field. Like he just acts like so arrogant. And then when he's down, like he's a crybaby little bitch over there on the sideline. But you know, like I like listening to him talk. I like listening to his pressers, listening to his podcast, you know, all this shit. But just seeing him out there, like I can't stand looking at him. But what were your thoughts? Obviously, that was a close game, 23-24. Lions send the Rams home.
Yeah, best game of the weekend, in my opinion. Like that was an amazing game. It's funny, like as much as I like Mike McDaniel, like out of the offensive coaching tree, I think I like Zach Taylor the most. He kind of just goes in there. He kind of keeps to himself. He's not like in the limelight, you know. I like him. As much as I like Mike McDaniel, but I think Zach Taylor for the Bengals is probably the one who I think probably gets the least amount of credit. You know what I mean? But you know, he always has the Bengals playing well. But yeah, that game, man, it was. I mean, like I said, it was a good game. There was some stuff I saw that I think they were really trying to get, and I don't like to cry about the officiating and stuff like that. But there was some plays I felt like Detroit got away with, you know, like some pass
I think
interference
that
calls
was
and stuff like
every
that.
game throughout the
But
weekend had
yeah,
that
but I
shit.
think, you know, but I'm glad. Like I said, you know, I'm happy for the Lions. You know, when I was a kid, I was a big fan of Barry Sanders. He's probably one of my favorite players of all
How
time.
could you not be if you grew
Yeah,
up
like
when we did?
yeah, he was one of my favorite players of all time. Him and Ronnie Lott, like 1A, 1B. So, you know, to see them have some success again was awesome. And it feels a little bit different because me and my lady we went to the Wolverines game back in November, and we hung out in downtown Detroit. And then they were asking where we're from and all this other stuff. And just hearing the fans, like they're really passionate about their team. Listen to some of the bartenders that we went to the bars to. They're like, yes, like, you know, I'm so glad that we're finally, they've been talking to us. Like, I've been a Lions fan since like, you know, since I was a kid, and it just sucks. This team has just been so heartbreaking, but now that they're doing good, I love it. And they're diehards. Like, they walk around, they talk their stuff, and, you know, so I'm like, I'm happy for them, you know? So, yeah. And the fact that they beat, like you said, I think the way this weekend happened, couldn't be any better for San Francisco the way it was set up. Like, you know,
Yep.
everybody's worried about, you know, a game against, you know, playing against the Cowboys again. Because I mean, let's just be honest here. We've dog walked Cowboys during the regular season, but it's been close in the playoffs. It's been a one score game. So trying to play a team over and over again, eventually you're gonna get over that hump. You know what
Yep.
I mean? So, but yeah, but the fact that the Eagles are gone, the Cowboys are gone, the Rams are gone. I feel like there's no excuses now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Denise? Good to see you. Alberto. What's up? What's up? All right, let's get that Eagles game. 32-9. The Buccaneers beat the shit out of the Eagles. The Eagles, they looked like they never freaking showed up.
Man.
God, they looked horrible. You know, and I talk about this all the time. I talked about this on the show yesterday. I love it when the 49ers start beating a team so bad that you look to the sidelines of the opposite team and you see the players fighting over there. Because once the players start fighting on that opposite sideline, that game's over. It's over. And you had the players over there yelling at the quarterback, the tight end yelling at the quarterback, the O-line yelling at the quarterback. Their freaking tush push got stopped. Like, they couldn't even get that right. The thing that they've been, like, they have such a high percentage of getting that fucking thing. And Tampa Bay was able to stop them. Like, you knew nothing was going for them that game. That freaking big dumb Dom, like, they showed him walking through the tunnel into the game, like, oh, his big return. I told the guys last night, it reminded me of like a wrestler's entrance when they're walking into the ring, you know, like,
Yeah.
why are you showing this guy? Like, who gives a shit about their chief of security? You shouldn't even know who the chief of security of these teams are.
Exactly. That's what
And you guys are parading him around like he's a fucking celebrity out there.
That's mind blowing to me.
Yeah, and like they had said, like, they were like, they had only lost one game or whatever that he was on the sidelines for, so they made it seem like his return to the game, what, like, you know, like he's really on the field playing, was going to have something to do of the, like, it was totally going to wipe out that you guys have looked like shit for the last 6 weeks, right? And he was going to save you guys. Well, guess what? He didn't. You guys are all losers. Your city's a loser. The team's a loser. They're throwing, their own fans are throwing, which the head coach is a fucking loser. He should be fired already. But their own fans are throwing popcorn on the head coach as he's leaving the game. Like, you know, like, they go steal their players' cars. Like, you know, they probably burnt down half the freaking city by now. Like, those fans, and I tell you guys all this time, like, I hate it because my family is from Philly. They're Eagles fans. I hate that these people, like, I swear, you know, it seems like all Eagles fans are horrible, but it's not all of them. Trust me. But man, like, there's something else there in Philly, and I couldn't be freaking happier that they lost.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. It's a good thing that they played an away game, because if they're playing at home, that city probably would have got even more destroyed. Because, you know, I used to live on the East Coast in Virginia, and we used to go to Philly all the time and go party on South Street. And South Street has a lot of entertainment, a lot of nice nightclubs, shopping, places to eat. So I'm sure that's where a lot of people were there watching the game. So I'm sure it was a disaster. They probably had to have extra law enforcement out there that day just to make sure stuff wasn't getting destroyed. But yeah, you're right, Miriah.
On fire too. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, for real. But you're right about like knowing the security. Every job I've worked for, people don't know who security are. They're hidden. Like, you don't know who is watching you. The fact that you have him, like you said, parading around like he's some celebrity and stuff. Don't nobody want that man's autograph.
Exactly.
You parade this man's around like, you know, and then it's like, oh, okay, now people know, especially in Philly. Oh, this is security. Okay, now I know who to mess with. Now I know what I got to do if I want to get away with something.
Yeah.
It's crazy that they're showing them like that. But yeah, Eagles fans, like I said, regardless of how you feel about the coach, the fans, throwing popcorn on somebody, that's still somebody's son, somebody's husband, whatever the case. Throwing popcorn on this man and just being outright disrespectful to me is crazy. And it's crazy because they were playing in Tampa, and even though they were acting like that, security was getting pissed. The guy tried to walk away.
Was up there to get
that dude. Yeah,
fast.
he was like, "I'm leaving," and he was like, "You're not leaving." He's like, "You get back over here." Like, he was like, "No." So
you're leaving when I throw your ass out of here.
Exactly. That's when you leave. I'm getting your name and your information to make sure that you ain't coming back. That's what it was for. That's what it was for, to make sure that dude didn't come back into the stadium. So, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and cry over spilled milk. I love that them fools lost. I love that they ain't even scoring double digits. Like they just got flat out manhandled, and it should have been more because there was a couple drops by the receivers. Like Mike Evans, I think, dropped a crucial one.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
He has some
yes,
big drops. Like he's a
yeah,
great receiver, but
was just
man,
shocking.
whew.
Yeah, so yeah, I love. Like I said, things lined up beautifully the way these teams lost for the playoffs in the wild card weekend, and I love to see it because the teams that I can't stand in the NFC, it just would have been perfect if the Seahawks also made it in and they lost too. Like if it was Rams, Seahawks, Eagles, and Dallas all lost on the same weekend, that would have been beautiful.
I think it's
But
even better that Seahawks couldn't even fucking make it.
yeah, but then they're sitting there smoking cigars in their locker room like they won something, which is hilarious. So yeah, I love that all these teams lost.
Yeah, and we talked about it last night. Like we all wanted so bad to be the ones to send the Cowboys home again. To be able to send the Eagles home after freaking them talking so much shit and everything that we've been through with them. But at the end of the day, I don't give a shit as long as they're home. Like you just made our path, clear out the way because the 49ers are coming through. And at the end of the day, they're home. Like,
yeah,
go to Cabo. I don't give a shit. You
Yeah.
ain't gonna be here in Vegas playing football. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. 36 minutes. Let's go ahead and have you guys start entering your numbers for the first giveaway. Let me see what we got here. We'll end with these three. Oh, I only got two. Let me see. Let me pull out the box of wonders. So go ahead, start entering your numbers 1 through 100. Who do we need? Who do we need? Let's get some George Kittle. All right.
I think Izzy already has her numbers ready in the chat, and as soon as we say it, she's boom. She's always first. It's hilarious.
All right. So to start this giveaway, and then we'll end with the giveaway as well. We're going to show some love to the GOAT, Joe Montana, the Legends series. Let me get this tape off of here so you guys can actually see what the hell I got going on. We got George Kittle, touchdown masters. And then the stud, CMC, back at practice. We got a lot of guys coming back. Can't wait to talk about that because that's my best part of the bye week. They were getting reinforcements,
getting healthy.
So we'll do the first number will be Montana. Second will be for Kittle. Third will be for CMC.
All right.
We'll draw those in a minute. So make sure you guys get your numbers in there. Let's talk. What was that? Damn. Oh yeah. Dolphins, Chiefs. I think most people figured the Chiefs, like even though they were playing bad football most of the season, I just figured once they got into the playoffs, like they got Patrick Mahomes, right? Like
and Andy Reid, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. I gotta say,
it's like their defense has been playing great football, so it's their offense that has been holding them back.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought, okay, it's the playoffs, and then once you saw how the weather was, what the temperatures were going to be, Tua's from Hawaii.
Exactly.
Now he lives in Miami.
Warm all year.
Like, oh my gosh. And he has to go to the coldest game, like one of the coldest games on record for the playoffs. Like you could tell when he was walking out of the tunnel for pregame, or I mean to start the game. You could tell he was already frozen.
Mm-hmm.
But man, like that Dolphins team, I don't know if they froze to death when they were getting off the bus and they just left them there frozen and they never got them to the field. I don't know what, but nothing looked worse than the Dolphins play besides Andy Reid's mustache. Like their running back, Pacheco, had said that Andy Reid was trying to tell him something in the second quarter, but he didn't know what he was telling him because he was too focused on his mustache. so he couldn't even like figure out what the hell he was talking about because he was just staring at his mustache. And then the camera, of course, keeps zooming in on it. It's like by the end, like I don't know if you guys saw that meme, but it was like comparing it to like that seal or
like
I don't
a
know,
walrus or something. Yeah.
Frozen, like oh my gosh, like you don't rub it the entire game, like you don't feel that, you don't try to, like you just let it get icicles on your top lip, like that don't bother you? Like as a man, if you had a mustache, would it not bother you if it was like freezing over on your face?
Yeah.
You're not going to wipe it the entire football game.
Which is
not
crazy,
at halftime, not. You're just going to let your snot run down and freeze in there. And so the only thing worse, like I said, than the Dolphins play was that. I do want to say, and I should have brought this up in the Lions game because she made one for somebody at the Lions game too, but shout out to Juice's wife because she is the MVP of this weekend. For her to, she's a clothes designer. She designed a puffy jacket vest for Taylor Swift,
and
for
Mahomes'
wife, for what's Taylor Lautner, the guy from
what's the name of that show? Babe, help me out because you watch it all the time. She's on here.
Oh my
Dang.
God.
I can't remember the name of the show. Can't believe it because who?
I said, are you kidding me? Like how did
I know, how did I forget? Babe, help me out. What's the name of the show you and my son always watch?
Twilight, yes. But his was badass. Like she made him a Lions one, and obviously it was like more manly, so it wasn't as puffy as the girls.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah,
right? It kind of looked like leather looking, like and his was 97 for Hutchinson, but that shit looked nice. Like
yeah, it was
so
clean.
and like they said, like in those 3 days over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I think she gained like 400,000 followers.
New followers, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's just going to keep going up. Now people know and more celebrities are going to be reaching out, want stuff, so man,
let's be honest, Miriah.
And
be honest,
Juice was underneath every NFL post that, was showing Taylor Swift's, it just said, oh, look at Taylor Swift's jacket. It didn't say like, oh, made by, and
exactly.
He was under all those posts. Like, that's my wife. That's my wife. Like he sat there the whole entire weekend just under posts. That's my wife. That's my wife. Like, like he's so proud of her. Like, that's so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's just be honest here. The fact that Taylor Swift is wearing it is going to gain popularity.
Exactly.
People are going to be hitting that up. And symmetry, the strange symbol on my hat is called a national champion. That's what the strange that's what the strange symbol is. Turn it upside down, you got a W. But anyway, so yeah, it's just like I said, the fact that she had it on Patrick Mahomes' wife, Taylor Lautner, even though he hasn't been in a lot of movies, he's a popular guy because of that movie. So yeah, just the fact that those celebrities were wearing it, his wife just probably made them a lot more money. You know what I mean, going forward, because those jackets or those vests or whatever you want to call them are going to sell for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, that's wild though.
Last call. Get your numbers in. Hi, TL's lady. I see you sneaking in here. I'm throwing your aloe plants in the damn trash. She messaged me. Do you still have them? Like she was going to come get them. I'm like, yeah.
She's probably laughing right now. Like, yeah.
Pain in the ass, just like your man. That's why you guys good together. I see some people. Let me say what's up to you guys while we get the last numbers in here. What's up, Sim? Good to see you. David Corona, what up, what up? I saw, I thought somebody else sneak in, but what up, Steve-O? Melissa always cussing at Juice. We're not even talking about
Always.
Juice. We're talking about his wife. What's up, Tone? I think that's everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. But let's call. Last call. Let's draw.
All right. No more numbers.
No mas. Applesauce. All right. For the Montana. 28.
Okay.
Kittle. 30.
Okay.
That same person might get both.
Mm-hmm.
CMC. 75.
All right. Let's go through these numbers here.
Let's go through them. Like I said, everybody's giveaways are almost packaged up. I actually ran out of envelopes, so I had to order more. I have to go get them from my Amazon freaking locker after the show.
Okay.
But
So Izzy got the Montana.
all right. Congrats.
And
She's one
then
person that's not packaged up yet, so that's good.
that's perfect. And make sure. I think I see a winner for Kittle, but let me make sure I don't miss
Montana.
anybody.
Ooh, ooh. I love this card because it has like this cool like design on there at the top. It's like these squares. It looks awesome in person.
All right, and looks like for the for the Kittle, it looks like it's Dawn with 29.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Same
And then we
person
got
didn't get both.
no.
She's
We got
another one that
70.
hers didn't go out yet. So
Oh,
we're doing
perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, then. Okay.
Congrats, Don.
Looking.
Got George Kittle, touchdown master. Hopefully he is a touchdown master this weekend.
Yeah, because you see what the Cowboys tight end did. He had 3 touchdowns, so that showed a weakness in there right now. Looks like Italian got was the last winner for CMC. He had 75.
CMC. Congrats. He's another person that hasn't gone out yet. So we're 3 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. CMC going to Italian Niner. I know he's going to love that pink. The pink card. All right. So to end the show, once the time comes, we are going with Debo. It's a color match. Pretty cool. We're going with a Fred Warner bang, kicking the Cowboys' ass. So I picked that one just for that reason. And then we're going with a numbered Jair Brown rookie card, numbered 270 out of 399.
Hey, Corona, you're a little early for the numbers, my guy. We'll let you know when we can put them in.
Yes, no numbers yet. I don't know why you guys are entering numbers. I'm just showing you what's to end the show. The show's not ending yet. All right. My favorite game that I enjoyed watching the most, and just for the ties to this team, because the head coach of this team was one of my favorite coaches that we've ever had.
Absolutely.
Just the story, the quarterback has been playing out of his mind for a rookie. The fact that a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback have never done what they're doing. That's the Texans. For the Browns are supposed to be, number 1, number 2 defense. The national media was talking about this game acting like the Texans didn't even stand a freaking chance. So, the fact that 45-14 against the number
Goodness.
one defense, and the Browns had just, a few games before that beat the crap out of the Texans, but
They have. Yeah.
CJ wasn't there. Like
Exactly.
it's a big difference when your quarterback's not there, and yeah, the Browns didn't have their obviously starting quarterback either, but they were talking about, oh, what are we going to do with Deshaun now because Flacco's playing so good, like talking about he should be comeback player of the year and shit, even though he only played at the end of the season, like all this craziness, like that he was their new savior, like he came to rescue them, like. And then once they lose, oh no, Flacco's trash. Of course. But the fact that, he threw back-to-back freaking pick sixes in a playoff game is hilarious. I really wish he would have played like that when he played us in the Super Bowl. That would have been fantastic. But yeah, it's so great to see, D'Amico just like out there doing wonderful things. He has that team, the culture of that team already flipped around in one season. He has that group of men like, bought in, believing everything that he's selling. And it's awesome. Like they talk about how he's more like it feels like he's a captain of the team, because like he's so relatable to them. And, like he's one of them, and yeah, he's young, so I think that like I'm all for the young coach thing. Like I'm over the dinosaurs out there coaching till they're freaking 90 years old, like I'm glad these young guys are getting a chance, and like you're more relatable. What the new generation, what it takes to coach them, and like man, they're doing great things. They may not make it any further. Who knows? They have a tough game this week against the Ravens. And let me tell you, if they send the Ravens home, whoo, that's gonna be
coach of the year without a doubt.
But yes, shout out to them. Hey Tanya, I see you. Hey Eric. But yeah, I'm so happy for D'Amico. Like I watch his press conference and like and he after the game, like they're out there, like he's just in tears, and it's just like you could tell like this just means so much to him. And like they had asked, oh, if you had I forgot who said this, like the announcers or somebody had said, if you asked anybody in the Lombardi, I think, had tweeted this. If you had asked anybody in the 49ers organization if they're shocked of D'Amico's success, not one single one would have told you yes. Like they knew he was going to go over there and succeed, because that's just the type of guy he is, and that's what I'm saying. Like he was one of my favorites because like he had me bought in, like he had me so confident, like, just the way he coached, the way, just the things he's talked about, his excitement for the guys, like everything. Like I loved him as a coach. So yeah, I'm super excited for him.
Yeah. I mean, you hit pretty much all the points. And the fact is, what I will give, and let's just be honest here, as well as the 49ers did, D'Amico Ryans, that's coach of the year. Like nobody even thought the Texans would be in this position. He was aggressive in the draft. He got his quarterback. He got his quarterback year one. He didn't mess around. He
And
didn't
played
say
him.
like, yeah, and played him. He got his quarterback year one, and said, "Let me do this." I mean, he took somebody in a Bobby Slowick who helped with the Purdy evaluation. He got Bobby Slowick in to help him with his quarterback situation, and was the offensive coordinator. And now he's a hot commodity. He's interviewing for coaching jobs after 1 year of being an offensive coordinator. So shout out to him and our and 49ers organization for putting out this these stable of coaches, like, and you hit the nail on the head too. But I'll go back to the Texans in a minute. But you made a good point about these younger guys, being like these coordinators and stuff like that. So, I think that's why people were thinking about the Steve Wilkes situation and him probably not leaving. He's an older guy. He's not young. He probably wants to get a head coaching job as fast as he can get that money. So he's not going to wait around if he gets an opportunity. But D'Amico Ryans, yeah, I mean, he had success year one, and not only did he get his quarterback, he moved up in the draft to get possibly the best defensive player in the draft, in Will Anderson. Like he didn't mess around. He was just like, man, I'm going and I'm getting my people. So yeah, shout out to him. And you look at CJ Stroud, his weapons. Not too many guys out there you can be like, oh man, yeah, he's a Pro Bowler or whatever the case may be. And Nico Collins is his best receiver, and he's not even a household name. So just
Yep.
imagine when he starts getting in some talent to go with him, you know. So it's gonna be interesting. And now Houston's gonna be a destination of now they have a franchise
Yeah.
quarterback. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to D'Amico Ryans. He went out there and did his thing. This game probably shocked me the most as far as the score because I was one of the people that was like, oh, it's gonna be a close game, but I give it to the Browns just because of their defense. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they have the quarterback who's been there, done that. You know, he's battle tested, and it just goes to show you that great coaching will still overcome.
Mm-hmm.
And D'Amico Ryans at halftime, he made them adjustments, and he had his guys in positions where not one but two pick sixes in the second half, and they were
Yeah.
almost back to back.
Yep.
So yeah, that man was out there coaching his tail off. So shout out to D'Amico Ryans. Like you said, if he goes out there and he goes into Baltimore and beats that team, oh my goodness, like the Texans are going to be a force to be reckoned with for a long time. So yeah, I love that. I love the game that they had, and you know, honestly, in the AFC, that's probably the team I'm rooting for the most.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is the team I'm rooting for the most. One more game we have to talk about. And then we'll get on to our upcoming game. Steelers and the Bills. Another cold game. I wasn't surprised much by this. I figured as long as Josh Allen didn't go in there and turn the ball over 1,000 times like he's known to do, they were easily going to win this game. I wasn't sold on the Steelers at all. They barely even won, like the games that they won this season to get into the playoffs. They barely won them. They barely scored any freaking points. You know, like they're winning with field goals and a safety and like weirdest scores, the weirdest situations happening. Hats off to Tomlin though, because another
Yes,
season that he coaches a winning season. I will say
15
this though,
seasons.
there's only a matter of time before they're going to give him the boot if he doesn't win a playoff game.
Absolutely.
And they had said like 23 teams have won a playoff game since the Steelers have. And you know, like at the end of the game in the press conference, some lady goes to ask him, like I guess he has 1 year on his contract left, and she goes, "So you have 1 year left on your contract," and he just leaves the press conference.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
He's
was
like, I'm
cracking
not
up.
dealing with
I'm
this
like in
foolishness. Yep.
Tomlin fashion.
Yep, that was
Um,
awesome.
so yeah, I don't think, you know, when you're going in there to even make the playoffs, right? When his starting quarterback played like shit and then got hurt. The second quarterback came in, played like shit, got benched almost immediately. So then your third quarterback that's been kind of just hanging around on the team, like they've like put that kid through so much mental gymnastics, I swear. Like, oh, he's gonna be your starter. Nope, you're the second backup. Nope, you're the third
Oh,
backup.
Mason
You're this, you know,
Rudolph?
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you know, like he goes in and you could come on, he's not a playoff, a Super Bowl quarterback, you know, like
Mm-mm.
so like I just, you know, the defense would have had to win the game for them. Watt's out, you know, so it's just like
Yeah, it's just
I it was an uphill battle for them. Um Josh Allen had a hell of a game. Like he ran
man.
in a freaking touchdown, like long ass touchdown. And I'm like, whew, like that guy turned, he's like plowing down the defense. Like it's so ridiculous because he's like big, you know, so
Yeah, he
he's
is.
running and you would think, okay, he's big, that he would run kind of small, you know, kind of slowish, you know, but no, he's like speeding through and just boom, bumping off this guy, bumping this guy out of here, bumping this guy out of here, like defenders falling behind him everywhere, trail of fucking defenders. Like how embarrassing.
He wanted
Like
that
there's like
touchdown more than yes.
yeah, 6 people could have made the freaking tackle and not one single one did.
He's like,
Um, thoughts on the Bills game?
Yeah, that's funny. I don't know. I think Mike Tomlin, you know, I wouldn't say I would say he's a great coach because I feel like he does a lot more with less. He needs to get him a
Mhm.
quarterback. I'm not still sold on Kenny Pickett. Not saying
Oh,
he
hell
can't get it done, but you know, he needs to go
you
get
can't
him
get
a
it done.
vet. Like I think a good pickup for them would probably be like a Russell Wilson. Like just to go in there and get some veteran presence, somebody who's been there. You know, you can say what you want about him in Denver. He had a good season. He had a pretty decent. He was like 29-8 or something like that for his touchdown to interception ratio. But yeah, Mike Tomlin, I think it's 15 years of not having a losing season. That's awesome. But
Mhm.
like you said, though, you can that's only going to get you so far. It's like, yeah, I'm happy you're winning, but what else are you doing come postseason? That's what it comes down to. Like I'm tired of the 10-7s and 9-8s and stuff like that. But yeah, it's only going to go so far. But yeah, I think that game was over before it started because I looked at who was a quarterback, I looked at who was out. If you have your best pass rusher out in a playoff game, it's not going to end well for you. And
Mhm.
Josh Allen was just, it's funny too because like I feel like he's a top 5 quarterback, top 3 quarterback in my opinion in the season, but he turns it on in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the people that
He's a
look at
baller.
football. I look at people logically and say like, quarterbacks are not a win. A quarterback wins not a for a quarterback stat because the playoff games he lost really truly hasn't been his fault. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, so yeah, it's one of those things where he turns it on in the playoffs, and it's I don't know. That was one game where I marked it as like a guarantee. Like out of
Yeah.
all the games, I'm like they're gonna
Mhm.
go in there and beat the Steelers and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just and that was another. It's funny as much snow as they had, it still wasn't colder than that Chiefs game.
Yeah.
Like they had the snow. It's just I think the only reason why is because even though it was cold in Kansas City, it didn't rain.
Mhm.
So that was the only difference because they would have had snow all over the place too. So, it's funny you made that comment about Tua about him growing up in Hawaii and then playing in Miami. It's one of those things where it's like I feel you on that too. Because I remember when I moved from California to Chicago, it took me it took me about 2 weeks for my body to adjust in that city. I go from 60-degree weather in January to 10 below zero.
Hell
So
no.
I feel where you're coming from, brother. It takes a while to get adjusted to that, and so yeah. But I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, wild card weekend was crazy. I think I had a bad week as far as predictions, though. I think the only games I got right were the Chiefs and the Bills. That's it. Like I thought Dallas would win. I thought the
Yeah, a lot
Browns
of
would upset.
surprises.
So there was a lot of surprises for sure. So yeah,
I can't wait for this Chiefs versus Bills rematch this weekend coming up.
yeah.
That's always a great game, and I'm really hoping that the Bills knock the Chiefs out this
Is
time.
it in Buffalo? It is, huh?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
The last ones have all been in Kansas City, so
Yeah.
that's going to be a good game. Um, what's up, Brandon? I see you. Let's get into the 49ers Green Bay game. And we'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll do the giveaways and we'll get out of here.
Cool.
Now I said this to the guys last night. Let me get your thoughts on it to start
Okay.
the Green Bay segment. Jordan Love
hmm
is who I thought
Trey Lance was gonna be. Yep, I knew. I've been talking about that for weeks. Yeah, and here's what I'll say. And I know people, oh, Trey Lance is gone, whatever. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Here's what it comes down to. Green and then before I start what I'm gonna say, you remember when Jordan Love came in on spot duties and stuff like that, like when Aaron
Mhm.
Rodgers was hurt, people were calling him a bust.
Yeah.
People were saying he was trash. Oh, he's not it. But here's what come to do it. The Packers ultimately didn't have the team the 49ers had. Kyle smelled success. He was in two or three NFC championships. He went to a Super Bowl, and he's been here what's going on 6 7 years, or where I can't lost track, 7 years, and has come close but hasn't won it yet. So he's hungry. He felt he had to do what was best for the team. As much as there's some people who didn't want Trey Lance to get a chance, I for one was one of them. I wanted to see what he can do for a full arsenal, with the full arsenal. But I knew the writing was on the wall in training camp when he was healthy, CMC was healthy, and every time Trey would get reps, CMC would sit. I'm like, there's no true quarterback competition. So, and I don't know if you remember, Mariah. Remember when we did our 53-man roster and we did our quarterback predictions, and I was like, we're gonna keep Darnold, Purdy, and Brandon Allen, and we're going to trade Trey Lance. Remember I said that?
Mhm.
And you were like, really? And I was like, yes, we're going to. I just have a feeling. And it just sucks. But like I said, I'm not, I'm still, I hate that he's on Dallas. I'm gonna be honest. But I want him to succeed. I want him to be good because ultimately they tried to start him. He got hurt, unfortunately. But it just sucks because I totally believe if they started him his rookie season, he'd be at the level of what Jordan Love is right now because he didn't get the opportunity to take his lumps like Jordan Love did. So
Well, I mean, Jordan Love had to sit for 3 years.
yeah, he had to sit for 3 years, and like I said, and when he did play, because Aaron Rodgers was like, "Oh no," it pissed Aaron. It's funny, it pissed Aaron Rodgers off just like it pissed off Favre when they drafted Aaron Rodgers. Favre was pissed. I'm not leaving. I'm not retiring. Aaron Rodgers played, and when he didn't play, Jordan Love didn't look good. He's like, man, this dude, how is he a first round? People were telling him everything. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We'll never be able to see it. Brock Purdy is the quarterback that we have. Hopefully, he is the quarterback of this future. When everything all starts to settle in, because after this year we're going to be losing some players, probably a Trent Williams, possibly a IU. So I want to see how his game elevates with losses. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we're going to draft some guys, stuff like that, but you're losing a huge piece in Trent Williams. So I want to see what transpires after we start losing some pieces. Because to me, that tells me if you can elevate your team as a quarterback or not. So yeah, it's one of those things where you're right, Mariah. I said the same thing. Jordan Love, he looks good with, he don't even have the weapons the 49ers have. And he's solid. He was 16 for 21 with 3 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Mhm.
That's kind of the situation we want with the 49ers, because all we want is you to not turn the ball over, be efficient, and have a good running game. Aaron Jones, 100 something yards, 3 touchdowns that were
Yep.
balanced. So
Yep.
yeah, you're absolutely right. But yeah, it just sucks. But like I said, Trey Lance is gone now. I'm rocking with Brock Purdy. But yeah, and I think you agree with me because you said it. You said it too. The mistake they made was talking about running it back
Yeah.
after losing the Super Bowl, letting Jimmy play. And then Trey Lance gets no opportunity. So
Mhm.
yep.
Um, I heard so many Cowboys fans and seen so many Cowboys fans tweets after the Cowboys loss, talking about that they want to see what Trey Lance has,
Mhm.
because according to them they lost the game because of Dak and McCarthy. So they want both of them gone. I'm like, I don't know if they would still feel that way, that they would want Dak gone if Trey Lance wasn't sitting on the roster. But the fact that, their team traded for pretty much an unknown that's just been sitting there on the roster, they must think that's better than what Dak can get them. I mean, you can only go so many times to the playoffs and get kicked out.
Yeah, like Ty said, Cowboys fans were calling for Trey Lance at halftime.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny. All right, so yeah, I just was watching him play, and it's just, like, I was like, obviously they're not, the same player, there's
Yeah.
differences, whatever, but just was watching him play, and I was just like thinking, like, this is what I hoped, that Trey Lance would be when he eventually got to play, and
Yeah.
whatever, the reasons are the reasons, whatever. I'm happy with
Yeah.
Brock, so
No, for sure. Yeah.
it is what it is. So going into this game, I think that it opened up with like the 49ers, like 10 points, 10 and a half points, which is huge, I think, for a playoff game. Like, yeah, they're the seventh seed.
Yeah, they are.
Going into the 1 seed. So like, I understand. And I had seen this thing that the 49ers had won, I forget the exact number, but it was a lot of games that they had won this season by 10 plus points. So I'm like, okay, but it kind of shocked me a little bit because it is still a playoff game, and especially the way that Green Bay just beat the number 2 seed, so I expect, them to give them a little bit more respect, but hey, whatever. Let me ask you this. In order for the 49ers to beat the Packers, they must what?
I actually tweeted about this, but I said first, they need to run the ball to control the clock. I believe they need to I think they need to get to Jordan Love to make them one dimensional. I think if we can get them into a situation where they can't pass and all they need to do is run, this game is over. And it might be over at halftime if we get them into a one dimensional team. Like I said, they were balanced. I think they had 21 passes and then they had like 20 runs, 20
Mhm.
to 25 rushes. They were pretty balanced. I just think we need to get them like that. And obviously, just don't turn the ball over. That's plain and simple. Like I think those are just the major keys to victory. I think if we let him do that, we let them do that, and Kyle, too, like he needs to not get in his own head. I feel like
Yeah.
Kyle changes things too much. We're like when it's working, he tries to be like, oh, let me see what else can be done, and then teams start getting back in the game and stuff like that. Like I don't know if it was you or somebody posted a stat. We're like 10-1 when CMC has 75 more yards rushing or more. Like just give CMC the football. Period. Do whatever you
Exactly.
got to do to keep your best players on the field. And I said it before. Like if you want to have Jordan Mason in the game as well to throw the team off. You can take out a Juwan Jennings on second down or something, and put Christian McCaffrey in the slot. If you have Debo, Ayuk, and Christian McCaffrey as your three receivers, and then you go with Jordan Mason in the back, that's going to throw off the whole defense. So yeah, I think just I'm not saying get cute, but just do whatever you got to do to put your best guys on the field and kind of make them think a little bit because I don't think there's not many plays. I'm sure he has it in his bag. There's not many plays where I've seen that on the field where CMC's in the slot and Jordan Mason's in the backfield. Like I would love to see
Mhm.
that just because now you're throwing off a linebacker to be like, dang, I can't really guard Christian McCaffrey out on the slot. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting. But I think the -10 spread is just about right. Just because I feel like people are what's the word? People are like, what have you done for me lately?
Mhm.
They haven't not gone into a team like us that has been this physical. So I think it's going to come to a point where I think it's going to be a two-score game. So I don't think the -10 is that far off. But I think, like I said, people are looking at, well, they just scored 40 something points against Dallas, so they can
Mhm.
definitely score like that against the Niners. No, they can't. No, they can't. It's not going to happen. So
What's up, Adam? John V, I see you. What up? What up? Yeah, I need this D line to show the fuck up.
yes,
Like, do something. You guys are making so much money.
a lot of money.
Eric Armstead's back, which is huge because that's another guy that gets through the regular season and shows up when it's the playoffs are here.
Yes.
This bye, it was huge. People are talking about, oh, rust. No, healthy and rest. We finally got.
Yes.
We got, like I said, Eric Armstead's back, Ambry's back, Gibson's back, Jair Brown's back, Odom's back. Those are all, back to practice. I'm meaning, either full, limited, at least, they're practicing. Greenlaw, did I say Greenlaw? Greenlaw is back at practice today. So, like we're getting all of our guys back. This defense, Jordan Love, yeah, Dallas Cowboys let him look like he was a seasoned freaking vet, like he was Aaron Rodgers out there. I'm expecting our defense, like this is his first year starting. This is his first playoffs. Get him fucking nervous. Stop letting him stand back there comfortable having all day like he's throwing catch in the park.
For real.
Like I'm embarrassed the way the Cowboys defense played.
Oh my
Parsons
gosh.
fucking didn't do shit. And all week he's talking about, oh, he's gonna destroy, he's gonna be the game changer of that game. And you showed up and didn't have one freaking stat. Like terrible. Like
Yeah.
fucking terrible. So I need to not see that same shit from Nick Bosa.
Yeah. For sure. And just
Um,
real quick, Mariah, this is what I put on Twitter real quick. So I put number 1, stop the run to make them one-dimensional. Run the ball to control the clock. Pressure the QB to create turnover opportunities. But yeah, you're right. That D line has to step up. Highest paid D line in football. I'm sorry. You tell me you have Bosa, Hargrave, Armstead, and Chase Young on your D line, and you're getting minimal pressure. That's ridiculous. Somebody, like I said, one of the four should be getting close to the quarterback almost every time.
Yeah.
It's because especially if if somebody's getting double teamed. Most of the time, Hargrave and Bosa are double teamed. So somebody's getting single man on them. So you should be able to beat your man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Brian Baldinger had put, like, he was on 957 the game, and this quote, I didn't watch the interview, but I saw this quote get put out, and it was, "It's about the 49ers and how they execute. I don't care what the Packers do. The Packers came to town before, and the Niners ran the ball right down their throats a couple of years ago. It's a lot of the same type of people. Green Bay's defense has allowed 4 teams this season to rush for over 200 yards in a game.
Mhm.
Atlanta rushed for 211, Detroit 211, Pittsburgh 205, and the Giants 209. CMC, like, this is the thing. Like, this is why I feel so confident in this bunch, because when you have a running back like CMC that had been on a shit team for so many years and knows how hard it is to get to the playoffs, because he left his blood, sweat, and tears on the field in Carolina and never made it to the freaking playoffs, hardly. So it's like, that he's going to give and we see even in the regular season, that guy gives everything he has every second of the game. So if you think that he's not going to show up and do the same for the playoffs, like, come on. George Kittle, remember the last time he was in the Super Bowl after we got beat, what he said? "I'm going to be back, and I'm going to be back with a motherfucking vengeance." Well, let's see it, George.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're getting up there in age. You made it through this season healthy. If you guys don't win it this time, like you said, Trent Williams, is he ever going to be able to get back before he can't play anymore? Like, we have guys that their time's coming up. So, and we just talked about it earlier. The Cowboys are gone. The Eagles are gone. Like,
Rams are gone.
Yeah, get there. Because this is your best opportunity, the best team that we've seen. The best team I can personally remember. Like, the Super Bowl, whatever. I was young, so in the amount of time where I've been seriously dedicated to watching the 49ers, this is the best 49ers team that I've ever seen. From top to bottom, defense, offense, just a well-rounded team. Now, we may have seen stouter defenses before. We may have seen stouter offenses before. But to have both be this fucking good. And Kyle, as long as Kyle can, man, just don't get there and just do, like, I hate when he gets there and then stops doing what got you there.
Got him there. Exactly.
It's like, stop trying to outsmart your opponent and you're outsmarting your own self.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, I always am going to respect the opponent. I'm not somebody that will ever take another NFL team, lightly. Unless, it's the Panthers, and they've only won one game. Okay.
Yeah, that's different.
But, in the playoffs, especially, you got to the playoffs, you obviously got there somehow. So, like, I respect Green Bay, but guess what? I have a lot more confidence in this 49ers squad than I do respect for your ass. Let's enter your numbers 1 through 100 real quick to show you guys what we got. We're going with Deebo Samuel, color match. We got Fred Warner, bang, knocking those Cowboys out. And we got a numbered Jair Brown rookie card. I'm glad he's back.
Yes.
And speaking of karma and these YouTubers and fucking whatever. Remember this tweet that's going around where after Hufanga got hurt, a Cowboys person, Eagles fan,
yeah.
Eagles fan put out this tweet oh, Hafunga out for the season, and that, like a dancing meme, whatever, like celebrating his injury.
Yep.
And guess what happened ever since then? Your team turned into a pile of dog shit. So, karma, she always shows up. Thoughts, just how you feeling?
Yeah, like I said, I think the -10 spread is just about right. Like I said, people are getting all in their emotions. Oh, yeah, and here's the thing. I don't care what fans have to say as far as like I'm gonna respect your opinion. Like I get sick of like I've heard people say like, oh, we can't take, the Packers lightly and that's great. And like I can't take the Packers lightly and I want to go in there and dominate and the people are like stop crying. You're a fakeful. We're gonna go out there and dog walk this team. Well, that's their opinion. If they think it's gonna be close, let them be. Like I don't know. Some of these 49er fans are just atrocious sometimes. Like who cares if they think it's gonna be close? You're not wrong for thinking it's gonna be a blowout. Like you're no less than you're not a lesser fan just because you think it's gonna be a close game. Like I get it. People want to go out there and dog walk everybody. Is cool. That's not reality. But here's what I will say, a team, and Packers, yes, they have a fresh quarterback, but a lot of these offensive players, I mean, like Aaron Jones has been there, but a lot of these players on defense have been around on that team when they're having success with Aaron Rodgers, like getting the number one seed and stuff like that, getting going 13-3 before the 17-game season, like the Alexanders and the Rashawn Garys and stuff like that. There's people in there who have playoff experience. So, like I said, I will never go underestimating any team. We've shown that we can't do that losing to the Vikings, losing to the Browns, stuff like that. So for people to think that it might be a close game, it's okay. And for people that think it's gonna be a blowout, it's okay. Like don't sit there and fight amongst ourselves just because you don't agree with somebody's opinion. What I will say is this about the Packers: when you go up against a team who are underdogs and feel like like they have nothing to lose, like they're like, okay, like we're gonna go in there, they're gonna go all out. They're gonna come out stuff out of the bag because they want this game bad because last time we played them, we embarrassed them in the playoffs. And a lot of those defensive players still have that on their memory from when we beat them a few years ago. So, yeah, do we win by 2 scores? I do believe so. But like I said, if it's like a 28-20 game, wouldn't be surprised either because it's the playoffs. People go all out. People play, they turn it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Kind of when they go in the playoffs, kind of like Kendrick Lamar says, "I'm gonna show you how to turn it up a notch." So that's just what they're gonna do. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah. Score prediction. I'm going 24-38 49ers.
You said 24-38?
Yep.
I'm gonna say we win 30. No. I'm gonna say 30-20.
Bashar had 30-19.
Mm.
You guys are close. 34-20, 38-17, 39-10. Yeah. I mean, the 49ers got to go in there like, and don't, I know everybody, we want to see, the team Brock Purdy come from behind and fuck that. Go in there
and dominate.
And, drop freaking 30 on their head real quick and don't ever give them an opportunity. Just like they did to the Cowboys.
Yep.
Go in there, put the points up quick and make sure they can't. As simple as that. Like I said, that defense needs to show up and we need Brock to not turn the ball over. At the end of the day, the last bad outing we saw from him was that 4 turnover game. Obviously, we know they weren't all his fault, but at the end of the day, there was turnovers, and we need that not to happen. We need
what
the
I do like
receivers
though?
to fucking catch the ball, not be letting these balls freaking bounce off their hands because that's when we got the issues.
I think Denise posted when she first got in the chat that said that the Packers are already talking their talk about, oh, they're guaranteed to pick us off at least once. You know what? I love that because every time somebody has said that, we went in there and dog walked them. You see Pittsburgh coming out there saying that foolishness. I think somebody on Jacksonville said that foolishness. Oh, we're gonna go out and pick Brock Purdy. And what happened? Both of you guys got dominated. So keep talking that talk and think that you're gonna go in there and just create a bunch of turnovers against this team, because usually that motivates Brock Purdy, and he just goes out there and has a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last call. Get your numbers in. Last call. Got 3721. Tanya has 3417.
Okay.
Denise
Okay.
3428.
Okay, there we go. It starts with David Corona at 13, so he was the first number entered into this last drawing.
We're gonna draw in this order. Let me see where we're at. Gonna do Debo, Fred, Jair Brown.
Okay. Debo, Fred, and Brown. Okay, cool.
All right. Let's draw. Let's draw. Good luck, everybody. Oh, hold on. We got some issue going here. We got two people with 12. Let me see.
Alberto said he was first with 12. Let me see.
I see Alberto at 12. Yes.
He was first. Okay.
He's the second number, so I didn't see nobody else.
Yeah, he does
for
have 12.
though.
I don't see a 12 either, unless it's further down in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know who you're saying also had 12, but I only see you, Alberto, at 12. So if somebody else has it, sorry for him.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Debo. 21. Backwards 12. All right. Fred. 3. And Jair Brown. 86.
All right.
Let's see who we got.
Let me find Corona's name. All right.
Ty won something.
Is that what he's saying already?
Mm-hmm. He said, holla at your boy. I think your stuff's still here.
These numbers are spread out. Hold on.
Debo.
Okay, here we go. Well, JDLR won the Jair Brown. I see that already. But let me see. Yeah, Ty won Debo, and he hit 21 on the money.
All right. Ty gets Debo. Let's see what else you get. I gotta restock this baby.
And then my lady, although she's a Cowboys fan, won the Fred Warner.
Let me get you something else. We don't want no TDP, nothing. All right. This is also going in Ty's bag. We got a rated rookie, Elijah Mitchell. And we got a Brandon Ayuk rookie card on the bag. So that goes in your bag as well, Ty. Congrats. Okay. Now what?
What's that? Oh, for the Warner, my lady picked 5. Oh, hold on. Actually, she didn't win. Good. She don't need to win. Bryant Cope picked actually on the number 3.
All right, Bryant. Congrats. Congrats. Let's see what else you get. All right. So we got similar Elijah Mitchell, rated rookie, and a Danny Gray, rated rookie on the back.
I'm going to repeat this again for
Congrats.
people who don't know. The number for Jair Brown was 86. JDLR had 85. Tony Cope had 87. If there's a tie between over and under wins.
Well, both of
So
them know that. So
JDLR has 85. He won, or I don't know, but JDLR won because he's under the number with 85. The number's 86. Tony got 87. So even though it was one up and one down, the one below wins. Okay.
and it's been like that since day one. So don't be trying to argue it now, because those have been the rules since we very started this damn giveaways. I'm not listening to one more single person bitch about giveaways, because we'll fucking stop them. Like, I'm fed the fuck up with people bitching about giveaways. You get them when you get them. The rules of winning are the fucking rules of winning. Like, I've never seen so many people complain about free stuff before in my life. Like, it's amazing. Like, I try to go out of my way to do nice shit for people, and like, I'm just met with so much fucking bullshit. Like, god damn. Like, I can't even, like, you guys have no idea. But yeah, like, I appreciate y'all, but man, like, you really guys really make this fucking hard on me. Between Twitter, fucking people DMing me, fucking harassing me, between people on here complaining, coming to the chat just asking, oh, are we doing giveaways today? And you find out we're not, so you leave the show. Like, yeah, there's only so much I can fucking take. You know, like, I have to sell shit, my own shit, to get money to even buy this stuff. Like, I don't work. Like, I'm out of work. You know, like, my wife is the only one that's here working, supporting us. So we only have so much money. I don't, you know, money just don't grow on trees to fucking get this shit. Like, it's not like I get it for free. Like, I have to pay for the shit. I have to pay for the mailing, the envelopes, the stamps, the card protectors, the tape, fucking everything, you know? And to constantly, like, every single day, it's something. Like, it shouldn't have, like, I shouldn't be getting harassed to give out free stuff. Like, that shouldn't be happening. You know, and I really would hate for, you know, a couple people to ruin it for everybody. But, you know, like, it's either people are going to start getting blocked from the channel or it's going to stop, because I'm not going to continue to get fucking treated like shit to give out free stuff. It's not fucking worth it. So yeah, that's that. So any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
No, I mean, and I get it. Sometimes people make a mistake, but that's why I was calm. I wasn't mad at nobody. I just said, remember the rules. 80, you know, when there's a tiebreaker between above and over and under, it always goes to under. That's been the rule since day one. I know there's mistakes. I make mistakes all the time on here because I'm trying to scroll through, because we have sometimes the numbers will be like 20 minutes apart, so it's hard to look at them. And when we do make a mistake, we make it right. We'll send you a card.
And
So
we're doing it live while running a show. You know, like, it ain't easy to do all this shit back here.
So if we, and you guys have seen, if we make a mistake on our end, we say, oh, you know what, I'm sorry. Yes, you did win. I'm going to give you something, but we're not going to take away from somebody who already said who won. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's all I got to say. But yeah, go Niners. I think we got this game. I love you guys. I'm not mad at anybody. You guys said you guys don't have to apologize to me. So I'm just letting you guys know those have been the rules since day one, and I'm really was repeating it for the people who are new, because you know not everybody's in the chat. So if you're watching, those are the rules. I'm gonna repeat it again. Over and under, tiebreaker goes to the one who's under the number of the giveaway. So yeah, like I said, I care about y'all. You guys are great. You guys are show support every single week, and I dig it. So yeah, yeah, and like Symmetry said, if you want to learn how to lose, just pick his numbers, because that man don't never win. But anyway, so yeah, go Niners, let's go out and dog walk these Packers. I mean, for a 9-8 team, I get it, and I'm not even mad at them. Honestly, they've been cocky. Oh, we're gonna go out there and beat you. You know, if that was us at 9-8, we'd be talking our talk too.
Mhm.
So people are so upset. Oh, Packers 9-8 team. They all of a sudden are cocky. Hey, they went out and beat the number 2 seed handily in their house. So if it was us, we'd be doing the same thing. So I'm not even mad at them. But we're gonna shut them up on Saturday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. You know, I said this on the show last night that the 49ers players, they talk a good talk, but I've been listening to them talk a good talk for years. So it's time to show up and show out. You know, like you said, you know, next season, we're not going to have the same team. We're going to eventually have to start losing people. You know, people are going to retire, whatnot. And this is our best chance to win right now. So get there and get it done, because you can talk a good game. I want to see a good game on the fucking field.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of making it, oh, just there, but nope, not good enough. Oh, just there, nope, not good enough.
2025 will be our year, and I'm tired of that.
Yeah, like, it's time. The
Yeah,
Super Bowl is here
yeah.
in Vegas. We need to win it in my city.
Somebody put somebody, I forgot who it was, one of the Niner fam asked, like, how old were you when last time won the Super Bowl? I was 15 years old. It's time. I'm sorry, like, I'm 44. I'm sick of this almost got there, and oh, we're so close, and like it's crazy. We need to get that 6. Especially I want to get it before Dallas.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. All right, fam. I will be back tomorrow with Steph Sanchez at 3 Pacific time on both of our channels. So come through. Other than that, much love. I appreciate each and every one of you that supports us, that supports our show on Tuesday, that supports our show on Thursday. It's greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'll try not to let the bad ones ruin it for everybody, but you know, just so everybody knows, soon blocks will start going out. So there's already some people that are on their second strike, 3-strike rule. So 3 strikes and you get blocked. It's just that simple. I'm not letting you guys freaking get me down anymore. Thanks, Meg. I appreciate you being here, spending time with us. I appreciate all of you. Sim, so good to see you again. Hope you're doing well, brother. I think about you all the time. And yeah,
Up there in
much love.
Canada.
Yep. Much love, much love. I hope everybody has a safe, wonderful rest of your week. Saturday, let's kick some ass. No more talking. It's time to kick ass now. So yeah, everybody have a wonderful rest of your night, and we're out of here.
See you later, fam.